Inequality in education is an unspoken issue that needs to be addressed. Yet no one really knows the exact reason why this exists in our education system. One can only assume that the indifference in the urban community versus the suburban community is the main contributing factor and hindrance. This assumption can be made based on one social class. Social class is divided into different levels. You have lower class, working class, lower middle class, and upper class. According to Jennifer Ladd and Felice Yesko, social class is not just money. Class influences destiny in society that is referred to unbounded opportunity. Ladd and Yesko also mentions how a person falls into their parents' social class. Social class is a factor that contributes to the inequality of the urban and suburban school systems. Urban students are in families of lower and working class parents. Most likely, the parents grew up in the same urban community and are also attending the same urban schools that their children attended. Unfortunately, the irony of the situation is that because the education offered at the urban schools that the parents attended are unequal to the education offered by the suburban parents, it made competing for jobs difficult and unequal in the past, therefore causing them to remain in the same lower classes. Many believe that placing the urban students into suburban schools will make a big difference. As mentioned by Barbara J. Cavett, to see if the school's indifference has an effect on the levels of education, experiments such as the Coleman Report was conducted. The Coleman Report was based on how James Coleman, a sociologist, believed that urban students will perform better in a classroom if it was more diverse, yet full of mainly white students. James Coleman did just that. He took some urban students and placed them into a suburban school and noticed higher test scores and the students gaining more confidence in their education. In conclusion, if urban schools were offered the same opportunities as suburban schools, then it will assist with removing the gap between the different classes. Just because the students are born into a class does not mean that they have to remain in that class. The education they receive is an important factor to make the change possible, yet the separation in classes creates a separation in levels of education. Even though urban students are in lower and working classes, they are able to rise above to higher classes than the one that they were born into, and suburban students can do the same, or they can do the opposite. For more information on how social class is related to inequality in the school systems, read The College Dropout Boom by David Leonhardt and Social Classes Differences in Family-School Relationships, The Importance of Social Class Capital by Annette Leroux. Thank you for listening.